Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Once again, today we are going to be talking about Kylian Mbappé, more from Anton Miena and Jorge C. Picon. I'm pretty sure that's how you say their names. If I've said their name wrongly, I'm sorry. Also, training resumes. You know, of course, now every day there will be training. And the game against Milan, the friendly game, starts on the 23rd. So we've got about 11 days or so left until the first pre-season game. But let's start things off with Kylian Mbappé. Of course, there is still news. Of course, there is still rumors, and let's address it as we get it. Now, I'll start it off with the more recent updates from Anton Miena. This came in about a few hours ago. Quote, Real Madrid think Mbappe doesn't want to leave this summer because he wants the loyalty bonus. Real Madrid will make a move only if Mbappe agrees to leave, considered very difficult by the club. Also from Anton Miena. By the way, I've never heard of him before. If I'm being honest, I could just say, oh, I heard of him before. I have never heard of him before. You know, I looked at, what he has said before and what he has tweeted. Nothing that is eye-catching, to say the least. So, like I said, take it with a pinch of salt. But I do kind of get what he's saying because I do agree, right? The second news here, nobody at Real Madrid rules out Kylian Mbappé will renew. Again, I personally think that Mbappé could renew. I think Mbappé could stay. I think that Mbappé does want that loyalty bonus because who wouldn't, right? And again, I do think that Real Madrid will make a move only if the player himself, says, look, you know what? My time at PSG is over. I want to leave. I want to get a new challenge. I want to go out there and win Champions Leagues that I personally don't think I can win at PSG. So Mbappe has to communicate this. And again, he has got until the 31st of July to think about it. He's got another 19 days or so to make a decision. And that is what both PSG and Real Madrid are waiting for. That decision from Kylian Mbappe will change things. Because if he decides to stay, he has to sign a new contract. If he decides to leave, then Real Madrid will come in. So it's the power play here is on Kylian Mbappe, which is why you don't hear news like Real Madrid, are waiting to negotiate with PSG. Nah. Because Mbappe himself has to say, I want to leave PSG and I want to join Real Madrid. So Mbappe has the power here. So again, with that power, he could renew. Like, why not? So I think it's a great point made by Anton Miena here that people at Real Madrid has to be cautious. They have to be cautious because you can't just rule out the fact that Mbappe will renew. Like last summer, we thought maybe Mbappe might just run down his contract and sign a new contract and sign a contract with Real Madrid, and then bang, he signs a new 1/2 year deal at PSG. So we don't really know what's gonna happen next. However, we also have news from Jorge C. Picon. I hope I said that right. But Kylian Mbappe's message remains the same: to leave on a free in 2024. Real Madrid are, as always, attentive to his situation, but they are unfazed and will not make a move unless Kylian's message changes. Again, the message on wanting to stay until 2024 and leaving. Also, Real Madrid see 2024 as the perfect year for a Kylian Mbappe deal. Unless the player states he wishes to leave now, then they could change their stand. A Kylian Mbappe operation, counting salary and transfer, would account for more than 550 million euros. Kylian Mbappe would pocket 200 million euros if he stays at PSG this year. This includes his wages, renewal premium from his last renewal, and his bonuses. And last but not least, Real Madrid are completely relaxed regarding Kylian Mbappe. This is the opposite to Carlo Ancelotti. Any idea of not signing a top striker displeases the manager. So it's really what we have known, but more clarification, more news. I find this interesting because he would get 200 million euros if he stays at PSG. Of course, his wages are included, but they will also give him a premium, which means, of course, I'm pretty sure signing a new contract, and extra bonuses. That's a lot of money, you know. And 550 million euros. On top of the currently he's getting 200 million euros. He's gonna get 250, I would assume, million euros, meaning that basically 250 million euros, which is basically almost half of this 550 million euros, is on Mbappé. This isn't like a transfer fee. This isn't all on or to PSG. This is mainly to Kylian Mbappé. You can give PSG about 220 million and they'll take it, but he kind of makes up the other half. So you need to realize that this deal is not simple. This is a huge package deal financially. We haven't really talked about the financial sides of things. Of course, Real Madrid might say that they can afford it, and I do think Real Madrid can afford it, but 550 million euros for Mbappe, majority on his wages, but also on the transfer fee, is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And based on what we've seen as well, it does gives you that vibe and that thought that it will be next summer, because he might just say, you know what, I have the power, I'm gonna stay. But I do not think that PSG will let that happen. So let's see what happens. It's honestly so much is taken, so much information that we're getting every day, but I think it's the same situation as I came on here yesterday. Real Madrid eating popcorn, relaxing, chillax, and now we're just waiting for Mbappe and PSG to come to some sort of agreement or disagreement. Realistically, we want a decision ASAP, whether that's staying or leaving. That's PSG. PSG don't really care if he stays or leave. In fact, of course, they will want him to stay. But even if he leaves now, they would make that money and reinvest in the team. But it's more like a please make a quick decision kind of thing. Of course, he still has a lot of time. He's got like 2.5, 3 weeks to make a decision. He's having his holiday. He'll come back and then he will most probably make a decision. I assume he'll be on the pre-season tour in Japan with PSG, but it doesn't mean that he's going to stay. I mean, Casemiro last year, he played the first game against Frankfurt and then he was on the bench against Almeria. Straight afterwards, boom, sold to Manchester United. That's after the season started. So deals can happen after the season starts, let alone pre-season. So for me, pre-season really isn't going to make things complicated. I think it's gonna be simple, but I think it's the negotiations between Real Madrid and PSG if Mbappe does say, you know what, I want to leave. But again, that's a big if. Let's see what happens. Does Kylian Mbappe stay or leave? Let's see. I just want to wrap things up on training, but before that, today is Vinicius Jr.'s birthday. So happy birthday, Vinicius Jr. 23 years old now. Talent. Just an absolute talent. But let's just end things off with some pictures from training. Here's Ferland Mendy. And I believe that's Vinicius Tobias, if I'm not mistaken. I might be very, very mistaken. We got Fran Garcia, we got Lucas Vazquez. We got Arda Güler, we got a few of the other players in there. Ancelotti, we had Dani Ceballos, we had Odriozola, we had Fran Garcia, we had Arda Güler doing that Mesut Ozil. We had Fran Garcia and Vinicius Jr. No, not Vinicius Jr., Vinicius Tobias. I'm sorry. He's not back yet. What am I talking about? But it is Vinicius Tobias, to be fair. Hey, I got it right. We are also at Jude Bellingham, with Arda Güler and Brahim Diaz, with Toni Kroos. So, look, quite a number of players in training. This is from Madrid Extra. as well. So thanks, for the page, I suppose. If you guys want to, go and have a look at some of these, and stay up to date with news, Madrid Extra is the guy, really. But that'll be it for me for today. Not much going on. Look, Real Madrid are always in for Mbappé, and I think the only player that Real Madrid are really gonna be linked for the remaining of the summer is Mbappé, to fill and to complete the puzzle. So personally, I think that you're not really gonna get much except Mbappe. So realistically, we're gonna be on here for the next 1 month, 1.5 months, just talking about Mbappe. So videos will definitely not be as long, but so be it. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Let me know what your thoughts on Kylian Mbappe, the news that we had. Do you think he will stay, or do you think he could still leave? Also on training as well. So let me know down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button when it's dead. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.